And three friends decided not to leave school as losers.
Good morning, everybody. This young man right here is our new student, Sam.
There's Hale Baines, the guy who thinks college is for chumps.
You're the new guy, huh? What's up?
Axel Philly, the wannabe rock star.
I got an F in English.
If you've ever wanted bully, Rockstar's bully mashed with every cringy early 00's teen flick, I think Agefield High is going to be your guilty and your pleasure. Coming out early to mid next year, in this game you play as Sam, the new kid whose main talents are just chaos and dodging. Parental supervision while the school staff actively fails at literally everything. Skip class, prank call teachers, basically everything the real life detention avoided. It's got branching storylines that just lets you get into trouble your way, but the soundtrack will remind you that, yeah, it's still pop punk and still aggressively 2003. It's small scale, silly, and gloriously dumb, but exactly the kind of adolescent chaos that makes you nostalgic.
Wrong one.
Nosy neighbors.
There are aliens in the forest, in the countryside.
Not to mention Seth, the most popular guy at school whose life mission is to make yours miserable at best.
So you think you can move to my town, come to my school, embarrass me in front of my friends, and ruin my party?
Death hath cast its shadow o'er this land. All hope seemeth lost. Yet still thou dost fight. Why?
Imagine if Hunt Showdown, Bloodborne, and Kingdom Come Deliverance got tossed into a plague-ridden blender set in Napoleon era, and you'd get something like this game, Hunger. It's actually an extraction-style RPG where you play as miserable survivors fighting a rabies apocalypse, looting corpses and occasionally feeling bad about it. I mean, these influencers call this thing a Renaissance Gothic, which basically means everyone looks like they haven't slept since 1790. You get 6 playable characters to choose from, all morally grey, and enemies that range from bloated gas bombs to crawling nightmares. It's not your typical extract and repeat shooter, it's stylish, grim, and probably way too artistic for people who just want to shoot at things. Keep it in mind.
Everything fell apart. Civilization as we knew it is gone.
Now, on the other hand, if you're into extraction shooter games, Exoborne is shaping up to be a serious one in the bunch. It's an upcoming science fiction shooter from the Division developers, mixing crazy weather like tornadoes and firestorms with customizable exo rigs and, some tight PvPvE action. Like, you'll be dropping in, looting, fighting AI and real players, and trying to survive long enough to exfil or chase down high value targets if you're feeling bold. It's aiming for a 2026 launch on PC, PS5 and Xbox Series X. Here's how it looks.
Chaos reigns. If they think this is the end of the world, Reborn, put on your exo and prove them wrong.
RGG Studio just dropped another trailer for Stranger Than Heaven, and it's somehow even now crazier than your Hawaiian pirate spin-off. In 1943 Japan, this one just oozes jazz-era swagger, but then it packs a classic Yakuza-style street brawling like fans will crave. You play as Mako Taito, a trench coat-wearing mystery man punching and investigating his way through smoky alleys and neon-lit bars. It's pretty gritty, stylish, and dripping with just noir vibes. And while it's unclear if this actually ties to like a dragon, it looks pretty much the same. No release date yet, but this is one hell of a twist nobody saw coming. Seriously, where did this even come from?
Taito. A Jap then, huh? Don't I look like one?
「 Don't I look like one? 」 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 Don't I look like one
You're not? So, what are you then?
さあな。俺が知りてえや。
Lucia, do you know why you're here? Bad luck, I guess.
Rockstar delayed Grand Theft Auto 6 to November 2026, which means we'll probably get one more delay before release because what's a Rockstar game without a delay? I mean, at this point, Grand Theft Auto 6 Online will outlive humanity. It's still printing money faster than they can spend it. Borderlands 4 underperformed, NBA 2K26 overperformed, and somehow they're all shocked people notice. I think we better believe Grand Theft Auto 6 exists when we're actually seeing it, not reading about it. What about you?
Well, look who's back. The only way we're gonna get through this is by sticking together. Please.
Bethesda says the Elden Ring 6 is still a long way off, which basically means you're gonna be retiring before it drops. Todd Howard's out here teasing that the Oblivion remaster was a test run, like we didn't already see through the Skyrim 17th Anniversary Edition. Apparently, a few Make-A-Wish fans played 3 hours of it, lucky team, and the rest of us will gonna just have to keep playing Skyrim. Don't expect a release date anytime soon, but knowing Todd, he'll just wake up one day, shadow drop it, and pretend it was all the plan along the way. Bethesda's still cooking, just very, very slowly, so keep it in mind. Here's something a little interesting. The guy who made Kingdom Come Deliverance 2's quests just went on and joined CD Projekt Red as The Witcher 4's senior quest designer. I mean, that's a pretty good level up, but a little late. I mean, dude went from making you agree with priests about morality to probably scripting Ciri into soul-crushing choices that, will probably ruin your day in 4K. We're not sure when the game will finally land globally, but you can expect The Witcher 4 to lean even heavier into consequence, lore, and emotional damage. All the good stuff.
Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
Off the coast of Costa Rica. Really spectacular, spared no expense. For this place, I wanted to show them something that wasn't an illusion. Something that was real.
Jurassic Park Survival is shaping up to be the dino game fans have been craving. Instead of managing parks in like a evolution, this one throws you straight into Isla Nublar right after the first movie, playing as a engine scientist who just never made it off the island. And from what we've actually seen so far, it's a first-person survival ride mixing stealth, resource scavenging, and cinematic scapes to feel straight out of the Dino Crisis. Like raptors hunt you down in kitchens, a T-Rex slams through gates, and every step feels like borrowed time. Saber Interactive is aiming for 2026, and it's looking super wild.
Is anyone there?
You will be hunted. The White City for certain. The Council. And there will be others.
Darksiders 4 was finally revealed. It's official, it's real, and it's shaken up a lot of things. Gunfire Games is back, but this time they're not riding solo. The next apocalyptic chapter over here brings 4-player co-op, letting you pick from the iconic horsemen, each, rocking their own weapon, powers, and combat styles. It's still got that brutal hack and slash energy mixed with puzzles, traversal, and a story that jumps straight from where the original left off. No release date yet, but this one's massive. Think classic Darksiders DNA blended with bold new directions. And of course, it'll have online multiplayer as well.
Not alone.
If Studio Ghibli made Ark Survival Evolved, you'd probably get what we have here, of peaks and tides. With a Unreal Engine 5 open world survival game soaked in just Eastern myth, where gods are gone, nature's gone feral, and humanity is just trying to duct tape civilization back together. You can build a home anywhere, a mountain, a swamp, or on the back of a literal mountain-sized beast. Weather hates you, everything is alive, and the world feels one divine tantrum away from collapsing again. It's part survival sim, part mythic fever dream, and all style. We expect this game to come out early to mid next year for PCs only.
Did you know that black holes are extremely dense objects with such strong gravitational force that nothing can escape them? Not even light. It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, likewise.
Neo Berlin 2087, on the other hand, just dropped a fresh trailer, and this one finally shows the game's teeth. And we're talking some slick gameplay, some neon-soaked streets, and a detective story that leans heavy into cyberpunk paranoia. You step into Nolan's shoes, a cop chasing a conspiracy that could actually tear the city apart. And the kicker is, you can literally hack into suspects' minds, memories, emotions, hidden truths, all fair game. This one feels kind of like Max Payne meets Deus Ex with like slow-mo dives, stealth routes, heavy firepower. If it delivers, this could be the cyberpunk thriller we've actually been waiting for.
You think you're solving the case. This is so much bigger. What if the case is you?
Going down to number 12, we have Blood of Dawnwalker. It's an action RPG from Rebel Wolves, a studio formed by former Witcher 3 developers and other talents as well. This one is set in a plague-stricken 14th century Europe and introduces players to a dark fantasy world teeming with vampires, moral choices, and you're going to be playing as the Dawnwalkers, navigating this balance between human resilience and vampire powers in a journey of choices, danger, and a ticking clock mechanic. It seems to be made with Unreal Engine 5, and if you miss it, this is how it actually looks like.
To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead.
So, you want to know all about heroes, do you? Well, you have come to the right place. Because who better to tell you all about them than perhaps the greatest hero of them all? Yeah? There he is, in all his finery. Cheers.
Going down to number 13, it's the game Fable 4, what seems to be the revival of its series, and I think a lot of people are hyped for this one. Playground Games, the folks now handling it, have some big shoes to fill after Fable pretty much set the bar for players' freedom and that old cheeky dark humor it's known for. So, I don't know, it seems like we're in for a good laugh, at least, which is always a plus in Fable games. I mean, I don't know about you, but that's a feature a lot of us hope it makes comeback, and it's a Xbox exclusive as well. I mean, a Microsoft exclusive, which means PlayStation 5 players are gonna have to wait for a while. Anyway, it's coming out sometime next year.
Hero. I should do what I want.
We thought you could save her.
You know, it's your life and death stuff. That's what defines you, isn't it? Really, stays with you. I knew this one hero. I took her in.
Get ready to set sail for misery and glory, because Triarchy throws you and up to 2 friends in a half-drowned world where every island hides something that wants you very dead. Think boss fights first, exploration second, and teamwork. Well, somewhere between the two. Each battle is a screaming match of dodges, parries, and panic stamina management, with bosses mutating like the read patch notes mid-fight. And between different hunts, your ship serves as both base and burden, just full of upgradables, barely seaworthy, and destined to sink at least once. It's Dark Souls kinda meets Monster Hunter, all wrapped up for 2026. Frogwitz, on the other hand, is going back to strong with the Sinking City 2, and it's looking, well, just gorier than ever. This game is set in a drowned 1920s Arkham. The city is half abandoned, crawling with cultists and straight up infested with Lovecraftian stuff. And if you missed it, the first gameplay teased a heavy combat, some exploration by boat and foot, and optional investigation if you're craving that extra lore hit. Resources are now scarce, inventory management matters, and the story is dripping and cosmic dread. Oh, and the Kickstarter already smashed past $1 million, proving fans are all in on this sequel.
Time. For some.
Coming in at number 16, it is the game Code Vein 2. The series coming back with more anime drama, and this time it's split across 2 timelines. You're a revenant, basically a stylish post-apocalyptic vampire, and after dying mid-mission, a mysterious girl brings you back by literally giving you her heart. Now you're diving into a past world ruled by revenants, fighting horrors and uncovering ancient tech like jails that store hearts in your spine or whatever. And the combat's still, flashy, still Souls-inspired, but now with a bigger arsenal of supernatural tricks. If you like the first game but wanted more world building and stuff, this sequel is looking pretty good.
If time were a weapon to wield, could you undo the sins of ruin? In this time, or maybe the next.
Sleep through
14 years of flight to your new home on Caesura. We encourage you to nurture your dreams. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. When you wake up...
It looks like we're also diving back into anxiety with Subnautica 2, which is gonna take the old "what's that sound in the dark" thing simulator and, cranks it up with Unreal Engine 5, new biomes, and Embrace Yourself co-op as well. Yeah, now you and 3 friends can panic together when a leviathan screams through your headsets. Developers actually say it's still mostly a single-player game, but we all, know that one friend will flood your base by accident with a new alien planet, sticker visuals, and base building that actually makes sense this time. Subnautica 2 feels like the upgrade we've been waiting for, assuming it actually surfaces before the next Ice Age.
Continent of Piewell. A land soaked in blood by the battles of those who seek peace and those who seek to shatter it. Here begins the saga of the Greymanes.
It looks like, also, that GameStop might have spilled the beans again. A new listing suggests Crimson Desert's heading to the Nintendo Switch 2, which honestly sounds wild considering how massive this game is. Perlibiz, the folks behind this one, it's an open-world action RPG just packed with cinematic combat and some of the best visuals we've seen from a Korean studio. Originally, this was actually only built for PlayStation 5, it's now coming to Xbox Series X and PC, and the idea of running it on the go is both exciting and kind of hard to believe until we see it in action. Check it out, it's coming out sometime next year.
They're combing the streets, searching house to house.
If they arrest you two, they will take you to their headquarters, and you will not return.
I'm more concerned with the 6-foot cat man who's got claws that can cut through vibranium alloy.
Remember when Captain America and Black Panther were about to punch Nazis together and everyone lost their minds and stuff? Yeah, that game's still not coming anytime soon. Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra has been delayed again, now pushed beyond early 2026, which basically means see when the next console drops. But Skydance swears they're creating something truly special, which usually translates to please stop asking, and with every superhero the game's either delayed, cancelled, or just trapped in development hell. This one's shaping up to be The Last of Us, with a few fans still pretending it's coming out in 2026.
It's better if I tackle this one alone.
You may encounter some obstacles.
That won't be a problem.
Our cat friend is definitely here too. By the look of things, he's not very far ahead.
The American boy is right on your heels.
Tear it open!
And finally, from the folks behind Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead comes the game Last Sentinel, which is a Unreal Engine 5 open world game that drops you in a half-drowned Tokyo. 7 years later, after climate change decided to gentrify the ocean, you play as this guy called Hiromi, a peacekeeper with a flexible moral compass patrolling the line between old Tokyo, on the water and miserable, and New Tokyo, Tower Rain, and more will be worse. The trailer's pre-rendered, so don't expect gameplay yet, just cinematic flood and vibes of Cyberpunk 2077 meets Ghost in the Shell meets climate anxiety. If you've ever wanted to solve societal collapse with a gun and guilt, this might be your stop.